Okay? I'll give you a countdown. Remember, after I give you the countdown, count to 4 in your head. If I do 1, to give me a chance to press a button.
Okay.
Because I got to do this and got to press over here.
So once you count to 3, then count to 4.
3. I go to 1 in your head. Give me
4 for a 20 count.
Okay?
Put up the music, right?
Yeah. Microphones are open.
Yeah, desperation. It's working?
By the way, the microphones are open. We're going to get this show started, hopefully on the right link. Oh, hopefully you want me to do it. And welcome to the View Show. Okay. Bogey, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready, Bogey?
Let's do this. Corona in the house.
No, put it down. Low. No, not until that check clears.
That's it.
Hold on.
Been brought to you
Stand
by.
All right. So this audio is live?
This audio is live right
Oh,
now.
all
Everyone right now is seeing the disclaimer, which they're going to hear in a few seconds.
Oh, nice. I love it.
Got the transporter in the house.
Uh-oh.
The one and only, the star of Hobbs and Shaw himself, alias Jason Statham, also known as Player One.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, our broadcast, we're going to start telling everyone, if you're out there, if you're out in the world out there, you're listening or you're watching this video, here's, broadcast about to start. You're gonna see our link of all of our different View Show shows.
Yeah. Hey, we got 6 watching.
Okay. We have a link over here of all the other things where you can find us.
Wow.
Look at that stuff. Look at that ring. Look at that guy in the blue hat. What an amazing guy.
Yeah, New York Giants in the house.
Look at the other guy with the belt.
All right. Wonder where he bought that one from.
Star of
He made
Ready
it.
Player One right here.
Hey, what about that stud with the Pokemon hat on?
Oh yeah, you're right.
All right.
It's cool because he's next to the other guys.
Got the star of Ready Player One
next to
right
the two other
here next
guys.
to us.
He's next to the 2 other guys to make him look cooler.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get going right now. Right, ready, Bogey?
Hey, I was born ready.
Oh, here we go. Stand by. Here we go, folks. Get ready. Here we go. Stand by. In 3, 2, 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, and wrestling fanatics, welcome to the View Show. So this is season 4, episode 34, and this episode is called Magnificent JFEW. That's right, we are gonna have Johnny Walker here live, guys. Excited?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He doesn't hold back, so be ready for an amazing interview. So today's date, May 11th, 2019, and we're live. Yeah, finally. And I apologize to those that were there 6 p.m. sharp. Technical difficulties. But thank you so much for hanging in there and being with us.
Also, Bogey,
Yes.
the people who slept outside the studio,
Uh-huh.
like from 3 a.m., ready for the show, and unfortunately, yes, we didn't go live at 6. But they waited, but they're still there. The few audience that's in here.
The fanatics all over. That's dedication.
The
That
millions.
is dedication.
Right there, everybody up here.
The tens and tens
Yeah.
All right.
There was free food in the View kitchen.
I heard there were donuts.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
So, the show is produced by Donuts. Yeah, Donuts there. But you can't go right now. You're in the show. So, the show is produced by 247miami.tv and on the set of Gamers Addict Studios. So, we got player one here, aka JFEW, with the studio. So, I am Captain BOGY. Over here on the computer and getting everything together is 24/7 Lou. What's going on, Lou? All right. So he's the director and the co-host of the show, and we also have our stage manager, co-host JFEW in the house. What up, JFEW? All right.
I am
Ready,
so
player one.
excited, man. We got an awesome show, and not only that, we got RAFEW and Rhino here with us.
That's it. All right. These are members of the FEW crew. So they are here joining us. And this is going to be an amazing show with so much extra star power. All right. So our special guest and so we talked about that. So we are above ground, somewhere in the 305, 25 stories in an attic. This must be the tallest attic ever. So our new location is more secret than does 1 + 1 really equal 2? Think about it. All right. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Our main guest today is Johnny Walker. As you guys know, he is from CCW. He has appeared in other promotions, and we're gonna go ahead and break that down so you can get to know him a little better. Now we had our 3 FEW ninjas, Firestorm,
Intensa.
And White Wolf.
How about we do that one more time? This is live, you know?
We're
We're not gonna rewind it. So we had our 3 FEW ninjas, Firestorm,
Intensa.
White Wolf. Visit Johnny Walker. A fight broke out, and of course, although Johnny Walker is a professional wrestler, he was overpowered by the 3 FEW ninjas who are watching Johnny Walker right now from the shadows of his home. So we are going to have him in a moment here, but the 3 FEW ninjas are watching him very closely. Now, to find out everything you need, go onto Facebook and type The FEW Show, and you can see there all our past episodes, pictures, comment, like. Come on, guys, share this. We do this with passion. All right.
Too.
Oh, yes. So we are the FEW, a passionate group of wrestling fanatics. We were established in 2014, April of 2014. That's a long time. So, and you're one of the primary innovators, of course, along with 24/7 Lou from the very beginning, man.
The Genesis started about 4 months before that.
Yeah,
We
little
were
conversation. Little conversation. Wow. So our first goal of the show is to highlight what's going on in Miami area wrestling scene and beyond. Our second goal is also to give wrestlers and the rest of the wrestling community a platform somewhere where you guys can get to know them a little better. And we're going to establish that today. Johnny Walker, I'm going to have an F5 match with him. It's going to be tough. I am 0-33, meaning I haven't won one of these F5 matches.
When are you gonna win?
When the
beat
audience,
today?
when the tens and the audience decide. Hey, listen, it's not up to me. I try to give them the hard-hitting questions no one dares to ask. All right, so the few wrestling promotions that we've supported, go ahead, take it away, man.
Are Pro, X Wrestling, CCW, Ronin, D1PW, ICW, WXW, Brainbusters, F.E.W, PWGP, PPW, FTPW, WBW, SPW, and
right.
that's it, right?
The bottom line is,
We're here to have fun.
disclaimer,
Done.
All right. Well, that's a lot of wrestling promotions we have under our belt. Of course, that's not including, we have Big Al from Central Florida, who goes to a lot of wrestling events over there and supports Central Florida.
Absolutely.
So Big Al and Steffi, shout out to you guys.
Yeah, man.
All right, so let's see. So highlights from our previous episode. It was April 20th. We had episode 33 called the WrestleMania 35 Rewind with our special guest RIC-HARD. And he was all matrixy, right? He looked
Man,
really
he was-
awesome.
yeah,
with
man.
a lot of information off the top of his dome, man.
Yeah, he was really hard that day.
But we talked about WrestleMania 35 and the aftermath. And we also talked about AEW. So that was really awesome. Now, just want to get an update from 24/7 Lou. So the 24/7 challenge. Any updates from the last episode?
No new episodes from no new update on 24/7 challenge. Still working on it.
Okay.
So we'll have something soon.
Alright, cool.
Of course, I'll keep you guys updated on here on the FEW show and on 24/7 Miami.
Awesome. All right. So, AKA Player One. So, give us a little bit about what is the next TGA episode, the Gamers Attic episode, about, so everybody can tune in.
Well, if you've been watching the Gamers Attic, May has been dedicated to Star Wars month.
Yeah.
And recently we filmed our Star Wars episode, so it will be playing live on May 18th on the YouTube channel of the Gamers Attic Show. So just type in the Gamers Attic Show.
All right.
And you should see it there live, 5 p.m. Eastern time.
All right. So now let's go into future events. So we're gonna start off with our first one, which is Ronin. Yeah. So Ronin Pro Wrestling, they have their event, Ronin 22, on June 29, 2019 in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Some of the superstars that you will see there, former WWF superstar Gangrel, Alex Chamberlain, Rocky Radley, La Diamante, Ray Fury, Alex Cruz, the Greek god Papadon, Joey Ryan, plus many more of your Ronin superstars. So that will be for Ronin. Next one, future event for CCW. Their event is called Scars and Stripes. That one is coming out July 6th in Coral Springs, Florida. There's going to be a meet and greet at 6 p.m. and bell time 8 p.m. And they're going to have hardcore legend Mick Foley.
Wow.
That is huge.
That's huge.
Yes. Buff Bagwell, the Warlord.
The Warlord.
Haven't heard that name in a while.
Oh yeah, and he's going to be there. We got El Jefe Santos, Will Austin, of course Johnny Walker, and many more of your Coastal Championship Wrestling superstars will be at that event. The next one, PPW, Platinum Pro Wrestling. That event called Fight for Independence, July 13th of 2019 in Pompano Beach, Florida. There's going to be 4 title matches. They're going to have wrestlers such as Cash and Flash, Casey Lennox, Josh the Goods Woods, the Mercenary Pitbull, Romeo Quevedo, and someone who we have not heard of such a long time, but when the feud started, awesome, one of the big Fanatics. ERA.
Say that again?
ERA will be in PPW.
He's back.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So that's going to be huge. All right. For WWE, as you guys know, Money in the Bank, May 19, 2019 in Hartford, Connecticut. So, you know, in their backyard of their main offices headquarters. So that's WWE. Now, JFEW. So you can put on the next one, but don't go to the following one until I tell you. So go ahead, click on the next one. So this one is AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Wow. The buzz is getting hotter and hotter. Their event, Double or Nothing, will be happening May 25th in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the MGM Arena. 7 matches have been announced, and here's some of them. Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho.
Wow,
2
rematch.
huge names.
Yeah.
Cody versus his brother. It's going to be brother versus brother. That one is going to be very interesting.
Finally.
Yeah, the Young Bucks versus Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix, and they're going to be fighting for the AAA World Tag Team Championship. Now how do you say you pronounce AAA 24/7 Lou? How do you pronounce AAA? Oh, okay, that's how you pronounce it. Good job. And of course, it's going to be an over-the-budget battle royal, and that one is going to include Glacier from WCW. Remember?
Wow.
Whoa! You know, with the whole ninja setup and all that.
Is he one of the ones
Blue and
that
silver.
Yeah.
Blue and silver was his get-up color.
Yeah.
Did he train one of the few ninjas?
I think so. I think so.
Or they trained him.
All right.
Or they trained him. We never know. We'll never know.
I don't think a lot of the guys on this panel here know about this next one, and don't cheat by looking. But this is a promotion that we supported, we went to from a while back. So we're very excited about this one. A promotion that ran for a while. The Few has always been there supporting them. Their last event was January 18th of 2018 in Hollywood, Florida. Does anybody have an idea of what promotion?
Reign of
upstairs.
So let's reveal in 3, 2, 1. So, Brain Buzzers Pro Wrestling. Now, that is good news. Unfortunately, the bad news is that they are going to be having their event out of Charlotte, North Carolina. But that's pretty cool. Brain Busters Pro Wrestling. You know,
Yeah.
we definitely saw all the events, I think, pretty much.
It was very good.
And
Very good. Good action.
you know,
Good action.
some of the guys are going to be there. And then this one is happening May 25th, 2019. Josh Powers, Janazzo, Vandal, Prek Classic, and many more of your Brainbuster superstars. Now,
Wow.
hey guys, you know, we're over here. We're your originators. So hopefully you guys will do something down here by South Florida.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this one is taking place in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Wait,
Now, when I saw this flyer, I was like, you know, so ecstatic. But then I read, you know,
NC.
Charlotte, North Carolina. But
But-
that's okay. That's good. That's a good beginning. Open shop again. You guys did an awesome job.
My good friend Mr. Monto. Never mind.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. So this is the end here of the future events. Stay tuned for our next segment that we are going to have here live, right there on that screen. We're gonna have Johnny Walker, and he's gonna go ahead and face me on an F5 match, and I'm gonna try to skinny out a win. Finally, 0-33. I mean, you know. Yeah,
Right?
yeah, my losing streak got to end. So
Even Hawkins won.
Hawkins, who?
Kurt Hawkins.
Oh yeah, yeah. But all right, so we're gonna see how this
He's doing
one.
better than you.
We're gonna see how this one turns out. All right, guys. So this is your boy Captain BOGY here. Yes,
We're going to go to a break, but we're going to have a trivia question on screen, and we'll give the answer when we come back.
excellent. All right. So hey, you know, technology sometimes fights us, but we also take advantage of it. So 24/7 Lou is gonna have a question for you guys as you guys wait on this break, and you guys try to have an answer. And when we come back, it will be revealed. All right, guys. So this is your boy Captain BOGY here at the end of segment 1 of the Few Show. Whoa!
Welcome back, few members. So, who were the members of the Colossal Connection who wrestled together from 1989 till 1990? Is it A, King Haku and Andre the Giant? B, King Kong Bundy and Big John Studd? C, Hulk Hogan and Randy Macho Man Savage? Or D, Psycho Sid and Atom Bomb?
And the answer?
The answer is.
And the answer is.
Everyone on the table here. Anyone here on the table? Anyone here on the table? Anyone here on the table?
I think it's B.
B, D.
I think it's
B,
and then D.
The answer is A, King Haku and Andre the Giant.
There you go.
All right.
Ah, good trivia, good trivia.
Yeah, very good. All right. Thank you, 24/7 Lou. All right, guys. So welcome back here. We are in segment 2 of the Few Show. And the moment you have all been waiting for. Let's welcome our special guest, Johnny Walker. How are you, sir?
Hello! How are you knuckleheads doing today, huh?
Let me see. Pretty good, pretty good.
Listen, before we start, I want to thank you very much for having me on the show. I also wanted to ask you, how's your wife and my kids doing?
Oh!
Well, I divorced her, so you can have her back.
I never wanted her in the first place. It was a drunken mistake.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man, but life goes on, right? All right. So in this segment, it will be Captain Bogey versus Johnny Walker in a F5 match. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what is the F5 match? It's the
I'm asking
Few,
Fast,
Five, Fanatic,
Face Off! That's right. We're going to go head-to-head in this F5 match. I'm going to ask the question no one dares to ask Johnny Walker, and he needs to have an answer. Now, I will have to say that I am 0-33. So I'm coming strong, Johnny Walker. So I hope you can answer all 5 of these F5 questions.
Okay, first of all, I'm glad you clarified what F5 meant. Because I thought it was about your waist and your body size, fat 5. Second of all, you're 0-33. The only thing strong that you have is the chair you're sitting in because it needs to be to hold that fat ass.
Oh, wow, you can see my ass on the camera? Jeez, yeah, I guess I need to go out on a work plan.
No, I've seen you in person and I had to step back to get you all in the view.
Wow, okay. White shot, thank you. So, presenting in my corner, Captain Bogey, measuring in at 6 feet tall, weighing in at a magnificent weight. How'd you like that one? Hailing from NYC, Miami. Wrestling promotion, The Few Show. My finishing move is the F5 Gotcha! But of course, you can't be looking or else you'll probably reverse it on me. But anyway, Captain Bogey's catchphrase is, if you're not here,
You're
Nowhere!
And today I will be facing Johnny Walker, the magnificent one. Height and weight, 6 feet 2 inches, 230 pounds. Hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada. Debut, he came on the scene June 6, 2016. Hey, it's almost 3 years. Wow, you're almost hitting that 3-year mark, man. Congratulations.
3 years of magnificence.
That's it.
And more to come. I'm a late starter, but I'm a big bloomer, and I've been taking everybody on across the entire scene.
Nice. And of course, he debuted in a CCW Battle Royal, trained by the great Pablo Marquez at the Coastal Championship Wrestling Training Center. His resume of promotions: CCW, Pride of Wrestling, NGCW, Legends Tour, I Believe in Wrestling, El Salvador Wrestling, that one sounds interesting, Dominican Republic Luchador Pride, MLW, and Champ 7 Pro, in which I believe you're still the World TV Champion?
I am currently the World TV Champion. I will always be the World TV Champion up there.
Congratulations, man. So, the magnificent Johnny Walker is an international superstar. Nicknames, magnificent. Catchphrases, who's your daddy? Wow. Signature
And
move.
if you're going to say it, you got to say it right. It's not who's your daddy. It's Eddie. Who's your daddy, baby?
Oh.
Whoa.
It's a line for the ladies, I see. All right, signature move, leg drop and knee drop. Finishing move, the Johnny drop, which is a modified Samoan drop. Theme song, Hot Stuff by Donna Summers. Nice, good call on that one. Number of matches, 100 plus. So Johnny Walker hails from Las Vegas, Nevada. He is a former professional poker player and sports gambler. After living the life of luxury and excess in Sin City, partying with showgirls and living like a rock star, he brought all his magnificence to the world of professional wrestling. And we are the ones that are enjoying it. Now here's some information also that I was able to dig up on Facebook. Personal interests, professional wrestling, sports entertainment, women, physical fitness, women, myself, women, being sexy, and guess what? The last
Women.
women. Wow.
Himself.
So there's a lot of levels of women for this being mentioned so many times here.
Do you think I do this for you? I'm not doing this for you or any of those other Buddha bastards sitting in your studio. I'm here for the women, guys.
All
You're
right.
actually taking up seats at a show where women could be sitting to view this.
Yeah. I see.
Wait a second. Break out the magnifying glass.
Oh, you know what? He ought to be glad that we're like 50 miles apart right now, or I'd smack the smack right off his lips.
All right. So some of the awards that are listed here in your Facebook. First award, you said being me. Second award, being drop dead sexy. And your third award, being just too sexy. Wow. So where did they give these awards out? Just curious to know.
These are the things that the women say to me when they come up to me in the club, in the bar, in the restaurant, at the wrestling shows. The first words are, "You are magnificent." The second words are, "You are so sexy."
Wow.
I hear it all the time.
Wait, what do they say to you in Opalaka?
We're not going to go there. I'm not allowed to go to that city anymore. All I can say is that I'm so beloved in that city that they want to see me dead. But can you blame me? Look at that garbage pit of a city. Everybody who lives there is trash. Every time I wrestle down there, they don't respect the greatness of me.
Ooh.
They don't respect the magnificence that I am. All they do is boo.
Wow.
Even all the ladies and everybody there, they're supposed to be deported anyhow. I go there, I call ICE. Half the audience runs away.
Wow. All right. And one self-statement that you have there on your Facebook page, it's a curse to be me. Why is it a curse to be you? But you're so magnificent.
I spend $1,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on my suits.
Oh.
I go to the club. The women rip my clothes off. I got to spend a fortune on clothes all the time. I can't make it from the front door of the restaurant into my Maserati because the women are mobbed around me at the cars. I can't go out in public. It's like being a megastar. You know, all these paparazzi everywhere and all the women chasing me. These Hollywood movie stars, they got it easy. I'm the one surrounded all the time. I'm the one that can't get in and out of any wrestling event or any show I do without having to have security make a path for me. It is a curse being this magnificent. It is a curse being this gifted. Brother, it's a curse being me.
Dude, I know the feeling.
Wow. Actually, you know what? I really do feel bad for you now. All right.
Really? Have you looked at yourself?
Oh! He's bringing it.
Yeah. I looked at myself and I'm there. Anyway.
Alcohol helps. No, don't worry. Keep drinking. It'll get better.
All right. I think I will after the show at this point. All right. So we're going to begin this F5 match. Here is the first question I have for you. And of course, you guys know how this goes. After the F5, after all 5 questions are asked, we're going to have our tens and tens of fanatics out there either clap or boo to see who took away this match. So, our first question of the F5 match is, what are your first memories of watching wrestling? First memory.
You know, we're going to have to go back a long way. And I'm about to date myself right now.
Okay.
I'm talking late 1970s.
Bruno
I
Sammartino.
remember it was Saturday morning. And you're going to understand something right now. I remember seeing the great the magnificent Don Morocco.
Oh, wow.
Maybe that's where my name comes from. Who knows?
Who
But I
knows?
remember seeing the magnificent Don Morocco. I name a lot of these younger guys probably he won't know. I name a lot of these younger guys probably wouldn't respect. But he was wrestling against another great one, the Iron Sheik.
Oh, yeah.
On Saturday morning wrestling. I'm going to tell you, to the best of my recollection, I think I was about 5 years old.
Wow.
And I remember
Very
seeing these two guys going to town on one another. I mean, it was like a beatdown that no 5-year-old had ever seen before.
Jeez.
The moment I saw this, the moment my eyes cast onto that television screen and saw these two giants, two legends, they weren't at the time, but they are now, these two legends doing what they do best to one another, I knew, I understood, I had found my calling.
Jeez. Man, that's a really good answer. Shoot. All right, here's their second question. Tell us who is the wrestler Magnificent Johnny Walker. So for those who might not know you, what do you bring to the wrestling scene?
Well, besides everything we just talked about
Yes.
for the last 15 minutes that obviously your little pea brain has already forgotten.
No, but you sure continue.
Was I finished answering the question? Then shut up. Wait till I'm done. You're going to ask me a question, you wait till I fit. Brother, don't make me come down there and smack you stupid, all right? You want to have a real match, we'll have a real match. Now let me answer the question. So besides everything we've just talked about in the last 15, 20 minutes, what do I bring to professional wrestling? What do I bring to the squared circle? What do I bring? I bring performance. I bring an enthralling character. I bring je ne sais quoi. And I understand that none of you Cuban guys have any idea what the hell that word means. Just go to the dictionary, get an education.
I'm Colombian.
Whatever, it's all the same to me. Y'all look the same, y'all talk the same, y'all eat the same. I don't give a y'all should get back on the boat and go back where you came from.
Yeah, arroz con pollo. Okay.
The bottom line, hey, don't get smart with me. The bottom line here is very simple. I bring true entertainment back to sports entertainment. Not only do I get into that ring and use every bit of my physical prowess, my physical dominance to take control of my opponents and show everybody why I am this magnificent, but I also bring the entertainment value. You get to see a true entertainer. You get to see somebody who understands what it is that the fans want to see. You get to see a performance from a true sports entertainment athlete, unlike the rest of these little new generation spot monkeys out there that flip around and flop around and can do all kinds of great athletic stuff and acrobatic stuff, which personally I feel maybe they should be in gymnastics at the Olympics, because the name of the game here is sports entertainment.
True.
So not only do I bring the sport, but I absolutely bring you magnificent entertainment.
Well, I mean, Captain BOGY, he's very entertaining. I mean, he can do wrestling moves. He's been in the ring.
No, I can't do any wrestling moves. He always likes to put me on the spot. Let's just continue here. That was a really good, magnificent answer. Question number 3. If there is one wrestler from the past or present that you can have a dream match with, who would it be and why?
Wow, you're going to narrow it down to just one. And I got to tell you, this is the question that you might win the match on, because this is a tough one for me.
Ooh.
I'm an old school guy.
Okay.
Obviously, I've already kind of given away. I'm a little bit older. I was around in the 70s and the 80s, and I remember when wrestlers were true entertainers, when wrestlers were these larger-than-life comic book characters that not only could wrestle, but could perform and made you believe, made kayfabe real for you, made it all seem like this was for real and you believed it. So for me, there's a lot of guys from back then and even before then that I have an immense amount of respect from.
Nice.
But if I had to choose just one, if there was going to be just one guy who epitomized what it meant for me to be in the ring and somebody who I felt I could have an unbelievable sports entertainment competition with, you know, I'd have to say, and I watch a lot of his stuff, and if you watch me, you'll understand it. He's a huge influence on what I do. I've got to go back to a guy that probably a lot of people aren't going to know. Hopefully you guys will. I don't know. You're all got big heads and small brains, but we'll see. Dick Murdoch. The legendary Dick Murdoch. one of the all-time great heels, one of the all-time great characters, and a man who truly understood, and here I am about to break the fourth wall of wrestling, truly understood what it meant to sell, what it meant to make you believe that what was happening was real.
I thought
I have all kinds of respect for anybody who understands the psychology of wrestling and how to get the audience to give you a reaction by not the words that you say, but the actions of your body, how you sell a move, how you sell a bump, how you just the whole 9 yards of it all.
Wow.
And those are the kind of matches that I absolutely love to have, is with somebody who's going to work the audience with me.
Nice. Wow, you're making this tough, man.
I thought it was.
Loosen up a little bit.
I thought your influence was Barry Horowitz. Aren't you always used to losing?
Oh, you know what?
Oh, wow.
You and I, we're going to have a problem with the next show.
Oh.
You can say everything you want to say right now because you're Mr. Computer Tough Guy. I'm all the way far away from you right now. I can't get to you. But you better believe I'll come right over that railing into the audience and give you the beatdown that your father never did if you don't shut your mouth.
He's squirming right now.
Oh, you got him.
All right.
From Nacho Libre.
Great words. You have him under control. I think he's about to shut down. So, question number 4. What is the most memorable experience you've had so far in wrestling? Most memorable.
I'm always going to go, and this is a tough one for me because it was a tough loss for me.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with my match against Al Snow last year at CCW.
Head.
And even though it was a loss for me, and even though it may not have been one of the better matches, definitely not one of my better matches, it was just being in the ring with someone of that caliber.
Sure.
It was the opportunity to test my mettle against someone of that stature. It was learning from somebody who I had absolutely had an incredible amount of respect for, who I had admiration for, and a lot of it was the anticipation building up to that match. The 2 months before when it was originally booked, Al was in the best shape of his life, even better than he ever was in the WWE.
Nice.
He looks great. He's fantastic. I knew I had to get in better shape. I trained hard for that match. And maybe it wasn't the most stellar match of the night. Maybe it wasn't me at my best. But I will never, for the rest of my wrestling career, forget the lessons that I learned that night, or the feeling of standing in a ring with somebody who had achieved the levels of success in this industry and continues to achieve the levels that he does and did.
Nice. Okay, and we definitely know who Al Snow is. So, all right.
Did you get any head?
And we were there that night.
Oh.
When we were there that night. We saw that. We saw that night.
Yeah, I know you were there. I heard you cheering when he popped me in the head with that stupid doll of his.
Oh,
So you
okay.
got a little head then, right?
No, I got a big head right here. Ask your girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
I'll call her later. So, last question. Who are your top 5 wrestlers of all time? I think you might have mentioned 1 or 2 because you mentioned from your previous history, but who would you say is in your top 5? I know it's very hard. We all can have like 20 or 30, but if you bring it
I'm
down
going
to
to rattle them
5.
out as quick as I can, and this is in no particular order.
All right.
Obviously, Dick Murdoch, I just mentioned him, talked about this is the guy I would love to have a dream match with. Michael Hayes,
Yes.
the Freebirds. You know, here was another guy who, incredible athlete, but also an incredible worker and a phenomenal performer, understood ring psychology. And you're going to see a trend when it comes to me, that I'm in there to wrestle my opponent and win my match. But more than anything, I'm in there to get a reaction out of the audience. You're going to find that the guys that I named were probably great ring psychologists. One of the greatest of all time, and probably a man that everyone recognizes as one of the greatest ring psychologists of all time, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh yeah.
Not so much for his wrestling ability, even though he was a fine worker and a fine wrestler, but there was no one in this industry who could capture an audience the way that he could. who could control the emotional reaction of an audience with a look, a move, or just a simple word. He was one of those unbelievable guys that just knew what it took to get an audience to pay attention to you the whole entire time. Nice. So there's three. Obviously, we're going to go with someone who I steal a lot of myself from, the nature boy, Ric Flair.
Woo! Woo! All right. Oh, yeah.
In his youth, probably one of the all-time best wrestlers there ever was. And again, we go back to a great performer, understood ring psychology, understood how to sell it. One of the great sellers, and I don't think there's anybody who can deny it. There's nobody who can sell like Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. My fifth and final, and it's just because he's a personal favorite of mine, he has been. Probably the reason that I finally chose to get into professional wrestling, having looked at the longevity of his career, where he was, where he is now, and God knows where he's going to take that company in the future. And I don't care if it's cliche, but Triple H.
Oh, wow.
You know, I've always been impressed with his physical prowess, his ability to overcome injury. God knows that man has suffered probably more injuries, more devastating injuries in professional wrestling than a lot of other wrestlers. He's always come back. He's always rebuilt himself. He's always been able to repackage himself. I mean, you go from a guy who started out as terrorizing, I mean, probably the most laughable, moniker of all time, to now having been one of the great, WrestleMania headliners and repackaged himself several times and, has built one of the all-time great factions of all time, just made their way into the Hall of Fame. And along the way, not only built himself as a wrestler, but now sits on top of the pyramid at WWE. Here's a guy who understood and understands that what happens behind the curtain is just as important as what happens in front of the curtain. And it all comes together to make a package that's, fans are going to buy. So there you go, my top five.
All right, very nice, very extensive. Definitely a lot of old school names, and really appreciate you sharing that, because we don't hear a lot of these names here. So, that definitely expands, our knowing of wrestlers in the past. All right, so we've come here to the end of this F5 match. So the way this works, I'm going to go ahead and wave my hand over myself and then see what the crowd reaction is. And then I will go ahead and wave, to the TV screen, and that'll represent Johnny Walker.
Watch the hair.
Okay.
Watch the hair.
I know touchy.
Chia pet.
And then we will see who gets the...
I heard that. I heard the Chia pet line. I'm keeping track.
Jack Daniels.
All right, so we're going to see who gets the biggest reaction. The biggest reaction here to see who wins this F5 match. So here we go. The hand goes over me and... Anything?
Pretty damn quiet.
Hey.
Anything?
Ribbit.
Do you even have
I heard a
any
clap.
fans,
Ribbit.
or is it just your wife and kids?
Ribbit.
Hey, don't worry who they are, but I heard a clap. All right, now my hand is going to go towards the screen to Johnny Walker, and let's see the reaction. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like the studio audience has spoken. Congratulations, magnificent Johnny Walker. You have won this F5 match.
Not that it's all that hard. Now you're 34-0. I mean, do you ever plan on winning?
Well, actually, 0-34. But,
or 0-34, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I can.
Of course I plan on winning. I want to win one day. I want to be a winner.
When you bring a 5-year-old into the studio, even match up.
Oh, wow. Okay. You know what? I actually might do that for the next one. All right. So this is the end of the second segment here. Stay tuned. We're going to have Johnny Walker for one more segment. We're going to be, his opportunity to share any more information that he would like. So we are here at the end of segment 2. So you stay tuned to the FEW Show!
Yay!
All right, guys, welcome back to the F.E.W. Show. So this is segment 3. If you guys just witnessed in segment 2, it was a F5 match that did not go well for me again. But in this third segment that we're gonna have with Johnny Walker is gonna be a little more lighter. So we have some questions for him, and this is you know part of that time that we can have a chat with our special guest, and of course the mic is open for him. So let's begin with our first question here from yes,
trivia question we
the
had.
trivia question. So JFEW
From the break.
yeah.
From the break, we had a question on the screen that, which we had on the screen there that everyone can figure out. We're doing a little trivia thing between the breaks.
Right. So the question is, what is the term used when a wrestler does not perform a particular move correctly? A, foul, B, error, C, strike, or D, botch?
Remember, that's for our audience. That's for our audience to answer during our break.
All right.
And the answer is?
The answer is D, botch.
All right.
And there we go. And now let's get back into our
Very nice. All right. Thank you.
Oh, that was tough. I'm impressed. Your audience figured that out.
Yeah, I think we're going to change up the audience because I never get to win with any of the audience that we always have here. All right, so Magnificent Johnny Walker. The first question that we have here is by our JFEW. So what is your first question?
Mr. Magnificent Johnny Walker, my question for you is, what is the everyday diet of a magnificent wrestler as yourself besides women?
Okay.
Good one. Good question.
Okay, first of all, where in anywhere, when my name has ever been written or said, have I been Mr. Magnificent? It's the Magnificent Johnny Walker. If you're gonna run a wrestling podcast and talk about the wrestlers, get their shit right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody in there, please smack Snapperhead in the head for me. All right.
Yeah. All right, there he goes.
What was your question?
So
What do I eat for
Let him
breakfast?
have it, Jack.
That was from Snapperhead.
Oh, I know it's Snapperhead. I hear that annoying voice. It drives me crazy. My fist down his throat one of these days. Man. It's like, but listen, when your testicles drop and your voice changes, let me know. Then maybe I'll be able to pay attention to what it is that you said.
Hey, get to the answer already, will you?
What was the question? Because I couldn't even get past you and your idiotic not even knowing my name.
You're not wearing your hearing aids, huh?
Oh, you know what? It's easy being a tough guy behind the mic, isn't it? Oh, yeah, you wait. What's your question again? What do I eat for breakfast besides your girlfriend?
My question is, Magnificent Johnny Walker, what do you eat as your diet every day to keep that body in magnificent shape?
I got you. I understand. Here's the thing. I try to eat clean. I do the best I can to stay away from your junk foods, your sugars, things like that. I'm a big protein guy. I'm a larger guy. I definitely can bulk up very easily.
Larger,
so I also
for sure.
try to stay away. Wow, you better not have said something about my weight. I'll smack him stupid. I didn't hear what he said, but I'll get it.
Wow.
I try to stay away from carbs. I stay away from your breads, your cereals, pastas, things like that. I'm a protein guy. Chicken and broccoli. I'm big on spices. When you're eating a nutrition plan and you're doing a lot of chicken and meats, you got to come up with inventive ways to make this shit taste good, or you're going to want to throw it in the garbage every other day. I do a cheat meal every now and then. I love to get, I'm a guy from Philly. Spent a lot of time there before living in Las Vegas. So I love a great cheesesteak. I love a great hoagie. But for the most part, when you get to be my age and you got to get in the ring with these younger guys that are just in this unbelievable physical shape these days, you got to eat well, you got to train well. So I do the best I can to eat clean. I do the best I can to be in the gym as often as possible. Sex helps. A lot of sex.
Helps.
Great cardio. Again, this is why I keep the women lined up. If I can't get to the gym that day, I'm going to bang it out 2 or 3 times in the bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Man,
Very nice.
you and Bogey have a lot in common.
Yeah, but I'm doing it with a girl. Bogey's doing it with himself.
Oh.
It's still banging. All right.
You take yourself whatever you have to. I'm fine with that.
So I have a question for you. I found a statistic online that whenever you perform at any promotion, half of the attendants, half of the audience are women. Why? How do you think that that's possible?
You even have to ask that question?
I'm just curious to know. I mean,
Look at me. Look at me.
yeah, but I don't go that way, so I'm just curious to know. Well,
You don't need to go. Listen, I've seen you out there. I've seen the women sitting around you. I've seen you fantasize about being me so that the women around you would want you.
wow.
I've seen you thinking how awesome it would be to be the magnificent Johnny Walker. The bottom line is, anytime I appear anywhere, the women are going to be there. Nightclubs pay me fortunes just to show up so that they can pack the place with women. So you want to ask a stupid question why 50%? I even think your statistic is wrong. I think it's more like 80%, maybe 85% of the audience is female wherever Johnny Walker performs.
All right. I guess you corrected me, so it's about 85%.
Well, don't forget us 3 few fans there.
Yeah, you're sitting in the back annoying the hell out of me as usual.
All right. Our next question is coming from Rhino. So Rhino, what you got for Johnny Walker?
Mr. Magnificent Johnny Walker.
Again,
Mister,
where are you getting
no.
this Mr. from?
I said, okay, magnificent.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker.
Thank you.
I stand corrected. Okay, my question to you, sir, is where do you see yourself in 5 years from here? Where and what part of your career do you think you're going to hit the highlight? In the sense of what federation do you think you got some new federations open up out there? Where do you think your promotions heading out there? What do you think you're going to be at? Where do you think you see yourself in 5 years, sir?
Well, at my age, hopefully not dead. But beyond that, here's the thing. You ask somebody where they want to be in 5 years in professional wrestling. And the way wrestling is today, you don't even know who the top. I mean, obviously WWE is always going to stand out there as the leader of the industry unless catastrophe happens and whatever. But you got AEW popping up out of nowhere. You got MLW making a run at making themselves name. You've got a lot of these smaller indie promotions that have the potential to take off and become something worthwhile. You ask me where I'm going to be in 5 years. The better question is, where is professional wrestling going to be in 5 years?
Ooh.
It's not so much about where I'm going to be, because I'm going to be wherever the action is. Every year that goes by, I get better. Every match that goes by, I get better. Every time I'm out there, I get more exposure. I do television out of Jacksonville, which broadcasts all over the country. I'm one of the main draws there. Apparently in Detroit, they love me. I have no idea why, but the ratings from Detroit are phenomenal every time I'm on. But the real question is, where is there a place for me in professional wrestling in 5 years? The sad truth of it is, I'm probably beyond the age that WWE would look at, no matter how great my character is. I don't ever see myself being able to be an in-ring performer at WWE, but there are always other options down the road. There's a manager position, or an on-camera personality, which obviously I have plenty of that. But at my heart of hearts, I'm a wrestler. And, at my core, in the ring, I want to be performing. I want to be, I want to be getting banged and bumped. So to ask me where I'm going to be in 5 years, I'd like to think I'm going to be, if not nationally recognized, at least globally recognized. I'd like to think that the Johnny Walker brand is going to be marketed worldwide, and with whatever promotion will avail itself to me, or I can avail myself to. With whatever promotion stands up and takes its shot at being the next big deal out there, or at least taking a run at WWE, But if you ask any wrestler, the simple question is very simple. Everybody wants to go to the show. Everybody wants to go to WWE. So at the end of the day, the dream fantasy, absolutely. I want to be the main event of Monday Night Raw. The reality of it and the potential of it, for me at least, would be like I said. I would just like to be able to present myself on a global platform with a promotion that respects and understands the type of performer that I am and what I bring to a show and what I give to the audience.
Thank you.
Nice. Next question. You have a question? Oh. So, curious to know how your experience was. You said you wrestled at El Salvador Wrestling. So, you know, being in a different country, different language, food, the customs, all of that. And I'm pretty sure, how were the Fanatics there at that promotion of El Salvador Wrestling?
First of all, I got to tell you, South America at one time, Central America, I'm sorry, and South America too, but definitely Central America at one time, 20 years ago, wrestling was huge down there. It was unbelievable. It was like the Super Bowl here. It was, this was the event on Saturday night that people went to see. Unfortunately, over the years, wrestling has taken a back seat down there. Promotions fell off. Wrestlers weren't working anymore. It kind of went to the wayside. In the last couple of years, you've had some of the old school Central American guys start putting together programs again, start putting together promotions and drawing in people. I had the opportunity last year to go to El Salvador. Was treated like a god down there.
Nice.
Wonderful promotion to work for. Took excellent care of us. Put us in wonderful hotels. We did radio. We did television, promoting the hell out of this show.
Wow.
Leading right up to the actual show itself, which, for a fledgling promotion just getting it started, you know what? They packed the house. They put somewhere around 500-600 people in that place.
Awesome.
And these fans, pardon me, these fans were, fanatic isn't even the word I could use. It doesn't describe these people. They are true believers in wrestling. There were true believers in the art of sports entertainment. Moreover, the wrestlers from El Salvador, the locals, the guys that I had the opportunity to work with, were just unbelievable talents. Some of them were great wrestlers. Some of them were great performers. You guys understand the difference in what I'm saying there. Being in the ring with these guys and the experience of learning a different style too. A lot of how they fight down there and how they wrestle down there is different from how we work up here. So there was learning to adapt to a different way of working and a different way of wrestling. But it was absolutely an unbelievable experience. And coming back from that experience and then coming back to the United States and working with shows around here, I had a whole new appreciation of the actual, what we do and how we go about doing it. It's an experience that I recommend for any wrestler. At any point in your career, if you get the opportunity, get out of the country. Go work somewhere else. It doesn't have to be Central or South America. Go to Europe. Go to Japan. Get away from American wrestling and get out there where, first of all, kayfabe is still alive and well. Mm-hmm. Second of all, the fans are just there. They're not getting up and going and getting a hot dog in the middle of the show or a soda. They're up against the guardrail. They're dying to get to you. They're dying to be a part of it. And it's the opportunity to work with other people from other countries who have learned different styles, have learned different ways of accomplishing what it is that we do. That experience was just encyclopedia of knowledge for me. Coming back from El Salvador, I was an absolutely different wrestler. I was an absolutely different performer in better ways. You're going to get worse doing something like that. You're only always going to get better. So I tell everybody all the time, you get the opportunity to go work outside the U.S., please go do it. I'm going to say some things right now that probably aren't going to sit well with a lot of fans, and probably you guys in the audience. I'm not a fan of American wrestling today. I'm not a fan of WWE reprogramming today. Do I respect it? Absolutely. Is it a global brand? Absolutely. Can you deny what they are? Absolutely not. Are they the biggest wrestling sports business world? Absolutely. I'm not a fan of the wrestling, though. I can't sit through a 3-hour Raw anymore because every match is the exact same thing to me. I can't And it's not to say that these guys aren't phenomenal athletes. It's not to say that they're not incredible at what they do. Hell, they're doing things that I'll never, ever dream of doing. You know, I'm not doing a 450 off the top rope down to the floor. That's not happening. At least not in any match that I want to wrestle ever again after that. No. You know, I'm not going to do spots where, you know, in 30 seconds they've done more things than I've done 3 months in the ring. Getting outside of the United States and wrestling in other countries, you get back to what it is that we do. We entertain. We want to get an emotional reaction out of an audience. And yeah, hey, a nice flippy floppy big thing off the top rope and land it, and then all of a sudden you go to another move and you didn't sell a damn thing and it didn't even like it hurt. Sure, that looks great for Cirque du Soleil. But I'm here to make you believe. I'm here to make you believe that it hurt. I'm here to make you believe that either I hurt you or you hurt me. Yeah. And I'm here to get the reaction out of you because it hurt. Yeah, I'm here to tell you that I'm a heel. And when you knock me to the ground, I'm going to call you, I'm going to claim you cheated because that's what a heel does. And I'm going to take a minute and sell my back for you. And I'm going to cry about grabbing my hair even though I don't have any. And I'm going to rake a guy in the eyes and I'm going to make sure that you saw it. And I'm going to pick a guy up and I'm going to slam him right down to the mat. And after I do that, I'm going to look you dead in the eyes while you're sitting in the audience. And I'm going to ask you, who's your daddy now? Because I want the emotional reaction of something that's real.
Well, speaking of
Spider-Man off the top rope or falling from a cage and landing on a guy and getting right back up like it didn't even hurt you, I'm not a fan of that. Do I respect it? Absolutely. I respect the level of athleticism involved to accomplish it. Is it professional wrestling for me? No, it's not. I grew up at a different time when wrestling was something different. And maybe that's where I'm stuck. But I believe that that was the core of it all. For the last 100 years, what I loved about wrestling is what existed. It's been the last 10, 15 years where suddenly, you know, the Japanese High Wire Act has invaded, you know, wrestling and taken over. And, you know, now it's about how many more flips can I do than you in a match? And how many times can I do them? Yeah. So, again, when I say I get out of the country and wrestle, it's because these guys in these smaller countries, they still wrestle the old school way. It's about a show. It's about entertainment. You know, punch, kick. Hey, I'm the man. Slam, pin. Oh, I didn't get it. Nobody's going off the top rope, at least not much. You know, nobody's doing crazy things, but they got great characters and they're great personalities and they're wonderful wrestlers. I'm sorry, I went on a bit of a tirade there, but you know, I'm more important than you guys are, and people are tuning in to hear me, not you, anyhow.
Well, speaking of emotional reactions and guardrails, is it true that you got your magnificent name after you got your head hit against a guardrail?
Oh, wow. Where'd you get that information from?
That's what I heard.
What the hell are you talking about? I got my magnificent name because your girlfriend thinks I'm better than you are.
And that was Snapperhead, just to clarify. That was Snapperhead.
Snapperhead.
Of course it was.
Yeah, he's the one, right?
He's the only one who just doesn't want to show respect for me.
All right. So, Magnificent Johnny Walker, thank you so much for sharing that experience and also for answering the questions that we had. So, if there's any last words that you would like to share with your fanatics, and I can tell you that you definitely have fans right over here on the Few Show. So, you know, thank you again so much for coming on. So, if you could share any last words and also let your fanatics out there know your social media so they can follow the Magnificent Johnny Walker.
Well, let me talk a little bit. Y'all know that I'm CCW through and through.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only company that I work for in South Florida, although I work for many companies all around the country. CCW has a couple magnificent shows coming up in the future. For the first time ever, at the Festival Marketplace in Pompano Beach on June 22nd, we're going to have Summer Glory. Now, this was one of our bigger events that we used to hold every year at the Coral Springs Charter School. We're moving it to the Festival Marketplace.
Nice.
We're bringing in Shannon Moore of Impact, WCW, wow. TNA fame. Also spent a little while in WWE. And we're bringing in the world famous Headbangers.
Wow.
This is going to be a full out, full blown show. All your favorite CCW superstars are going to be there. Then what really matters is me. I'm obviously going to be there.
Of course.
This is going to be a huge event. You know, June 22nd, starting at 6 p.m. Going to be a wonderful show. First time in this venue. We're so excited to be there. We're really, really looking forward to it. But then the big one, guys.
Uh-oh.
We've never done a show in July before. We're not that company. We don't run against the 4th of July. We're patriotic. This year, Scars and Stripes, July 6th, Coral Springs Charter School. This is it, man. Not many places get a guy of this caliber to come in, let alone have him get in the ring and talk or be a part of it. The hardcore legend, Mick Foley.
Nice.
Yeah.
You better get on the website. CCW or Coastal Championship Wrestling FL. Get on the website. Get on the Facebook page. Find out about this. Get it now. Along with the hardcore legend, we're also going to have, hey, one of my guys, a man after my own heart, a man who understands what true magnificence is, the man himself, Buff the Stuff Bagwell, is going to be there. In competition. He isn't just going to be there. He's going to be in the ring in competition. And if I get my way, I'm going to be in his corner supporting him all the way. Because he's my kind of people all day long. Always Champ 7 Pro Wrestling out of Jacksonville, Florida. You can catch their website at Champ 7 Pro on Facebook. Live TV tapings. Every chance you get to see the Magnificent One. I am the current, only, and forever will be television champion there. Where else? I'm talking about me, which is the only thing that really matters. I'm on social media, Instagram, Facebook, at Johnny Walker Wrestling. On both of those pages, you can also find a link to my YouTube page, which shows some of my matches, shows a lot of my promotions, a lot of my gimmicks, a lot of things that I've done. It's very entertaining. I'm planning on working on it more in the future as time goes on. Really starting to put the effort into it now. Please follow me on those pages. Other than that, I don't know. I've said enough. You guys, you can pay for the rest of it.
All right. Well, magnificent. Any last? Well,
I was.
Here he goes.
Come on, man. I know you got something stupid to say for me.
Thinking, like my man here, my boy, Captain Bogey, he has plenty of experience as a manager. If you had him in your corner, you might actually win some more matches.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'll take that kind of abuse from somebody who's actually been in the ring. I'll take that kind of abuse from somebody who understands what it is to be a professional wrestler instead of a Monday morning quarterback who doesn't even have his own show, but is a guest speaker, a part-time speaker, a sidekick, whatever. You're Robin to his Batman. I don't really give a damn what Robin wanted to do. Batman was the cool guy.
Enough said.
Now, Bogey, I don't want you getting a big head thinking I'm comparing you to Batman, because maybe Fat Man, but not Batman, okay?
And you know what? At this point, I'll take anything from you. It's not a problem. I'll take it as a compliment.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, listen, Magnificent Johnny Walker, this was definitely one of our more entertaining interviews that we've had. I really appreciate you opening up to us and sharing all this about you. So we definitely got to know you at a different level. So thank you so much for the time that you spent here with us. And I just want to put this little seed, to see if at a certain point it might grow as an idea. You know what? You should at some point start your own little talk show. Just a little seed. I'm planting it. You can say thank you later. But I think it would be something very successful and something that you would probably enjoy a lot. But, again, maybe a little later on down the road. You're welcome.
Right now, I appreciate it. And I know I'm a great orator. Yeah, get a dictionary, get an education. If you don't know the word, a lot of you guys probably didn't graduate high school. But for me right now, I'm going to leave doing the podcast up to you guys and think you know it all. You don't know much. That's okay. And all I'm going to say is this, boys. At the end of the day, when all the fighting's said and done, and the lights go down and the crowd is gone, and you're standing in the back in that locker room, staring in the mirror, looking defeat square in the eyes, you're finally going to be able to answer the only question that ever really mattered in your whole entire life. Who's your daddy now?
Wow. And I guess we'll leave it at that. Again, thank you so much, magnificent Johnny Walker, for being here on the Few Show. Woo! All right.
No see.
That was awesome. Thank you, sir.
Did we go to break?
In a few seconds.
Come on. You're killing it for me. Better get your production together over there.
He is 24/7 Lou's on it.
Uh-huh.
One. Mic's open.
All right, guys. So we're just waiting here. We are on our break. We just wanted to chat with you guys for a moment. And let me tell you that we just had on the magnificent Johnny Walker. And what did you guys think? I mean, we know about Johnny Walker. We've seen him perform. We've seen videos and pictures. But so what did you guys think? What was your impression?
I thought it was great. I thought he was amazing. We learned a lot about the last 3 years.
Oh yeah.
Since his debut of what he's been doing. And man, I think he's on his way. Bigger and better things.
For sure. I mean, one of the more important things that any wrestler can do is to be able to talk, and he definitely has the gift of gab, and also, to be able to express himself. And he shared so much with us, and it was also, great that he took us back to '78 wrestlers and his experiences as growing up, and how the first time that he started watching wrestling, how impressed he was, and kind of how he knew, what he probably wanted to do later on. So
we're going to be coming back soon. We have a question on the
right.
screen. I'm going to have my segment. Get ready.
That's right.
Someone's gonna-
7 Lou is going to have his segment, so you guys be ready.
And we're going to answer the question that we have on the screen right now. In a few seconds, we're going to start. We're going to answer that question.
Can I
We'll
chime
get
in real quick there, Lou? Do I have any seconds?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that it's interesting that he went back to the early parts of wrestling where the performance was, and selling it was really important, not compared to the days of now. But I think we're going to speak on where he's working at now and selling the performance that he does. I think that's really good on him. It shows a lot of his inner self and what he likes doing in the ring. Mm-hmm. I think that's really great that he's a great performer.
And one of the things is, that he did share with us that he is at a later age. So, I mean, it just makes me wonder if he would have started, 10, 20 years ago, where the heck this guy would be at this point, So definitely he would, be in a much deeper part of his wrestling career and probably accomplish who knows what. And but it was very entertaining. So, all right, so Lou,
Are we getting ready to answer this question over here?
Yeah, we're ready. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Come back, get ready to come back. Okay, JFEW, you have the microphone.
Apparently, my name is
wait.
Yeah, so let me bring it back and then.
Oh.
Right?
Well, we still open on the mic here?
Yeah.
Because apparently my name is Snapperhead now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. That's it. You better go to the DMV, change your driver's license.
It's better you read it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
So, as we're coming back now to the Few Show, our next question is, which of the following is one of the methods used by wrestlers to make themselves bleed during a match? A. Blading, B. Piercing, C. Slashing, or D. Shaving? And the correct answer is A. Blading.
Yeah. And now let's go back on camera.
Oh, we're back in camera. All right, guys, bottles away.
Bottles of water.
Bottles away. Bottles of that Johnny Walker. Oh, I mean.
What?
All right. Let us know, Lou. Let us know, Lou.
We're on.
All right, guys. Welcome back here to segment 4. We had a very exciting segment 3. And we are now in segment 4. And you're watching the
Few Show!
And we have our boy 24/7 Lou doing this segment here. So 24/7 Lou, take it away.
All right, thank you, Captain Bogie. Thank you, Bogie. I'm here double duty right now, directing and also.
You say you have duty?
Yes. I have double duty here, directing and leading the segment. So this segment, I'm shooting.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so for this segment, this is I want to talk about. Well, let's talk about what's going on, because in the last episode we had Rick on the episode, and we were talking about the post WrestleMania and what we've seen. We've seen the superstar shakeup, as they call it, right? Yep. And that was ridiculous because then it became something weird where people were showing up on different shows. And in the last episode of Raw, we saw something called the wild card rule, which even in the same episode, it was broken. It was 4 wrestlers can go from one show to another, and then it became 5, and it became 6, and it became 7 almost. And then we go to Raw, and we go to SmackDown, and we see the same stuff going around. as a fan, we're watching like what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
We hear back, story behind this is all because of that whole big deal that's coming up in October with Fox. They're gonna be on Fox. They're gonna be on prime time. I believe on Friday nights. If anyone can.
Yes, Friday nights.
I don't know the night.
So it's gonna be a big thing coming around October. But the thing is that why are they doing this wild card and moving like superstars from one show to another? Because USA and Fox, according to rumors, do not want to have to lose a superstar. So they're pulling this wild card thing just so that just the big superstars be on both brands, and now because they're still on USA, but when they go to Fox, there won't be it's only a specific amount of people that can jump in from one to the other. So as a fan, it's like, this is crazy what's going on, but yeah, we gotta keep on watching it. So then I was gonna talk about that, so just to keep you guys updated on what's going on with WWE and the news. But really, the real question here is, how have we become, or how have some of you become as fans now of WWE? What do you think about what's going on right now? I mean, I know someone who doesn't watch it anymore. I don't watch it all the time. I can just catch those highlight videos. I like watching that stuff sometimes even better that people out there put. You know what I mean? But yeah, sit 3 hours through some of those shows. It's a little bit rough. What do you guys think about this? How the state of wrestling is going on in WWE world with the shadow looming of AEW around there right now? What do you guys see?
Well, there's definitely a general consensus that Monday Night Raw does not have the taste, that it has had in previous years. Now, going 3 hours, you know what? They do have an extensive group of wrestlers that they can give these opportunities to, but sometimes it seems that this extra bit of time, they're just not using it wisely. I don't know. So I don't know if maybe they need to cut back down to 2 hours so it could feel as a jam-packed, type of episode. So I don't know. I've tried to see some of the Monday Night Raws, but I do catch, like you said, I do catch some of the videos out there that kind of gives a quick recap on it. And I don't know, I'm just waiting. I mean, I grew up, with wrestling from the 80s and 90s. So, I expect more as a wrestling fan. And right now, I mean, it's not that they don't have the talent, but I guess maybe it's the storytelling, or there's just a X factor that's missing there right now for me.
Yeah. There's so much missing, and it gets me so heated because I was a fan my whole life, and now for the past, I would say, maybe 2 years, I've stopped watching. Literally, I've lost my love for it. And a lot of it has to do with what Johnny Walker was saying, was with all of this Cirque Soleil kind of wrestling that we're seeing now. I remember growing up back in the late 80s, early 90s, and how amazing the characters, the storylines, they were like superheroes, like villains, like man, kayfabe is dead, and back then it was like they embraced it, and even outside the ring when they went to talk shows like Arsenio Hall or Kathy Lee, right? Regis and Kathy Lee. I mean, they stuck with their character, and if they were heel, they were heel, and if they were face, they were face, and it was just like, I believed it, it was just like now it's not like that. You see the good guys and the bad guys hanging out together, working out at the gym. It's just like, I don't know, like I just don't feel it anymore.
Now,
they need to, in my opinion, they need to take what used to happen back in the early 90s and take some of that magic and put it now. I think there's too much wrestling on TV. It's like another problem. It's like a 3-hour show on Monday, a 2-hour show on SmackDown. You have the pay-per-views every month. It's overwhelming. And now they have the brands where they're putting certain wrestlers can wrestle here, certain wrestlers, and now okay, some of these wrestlers that can only wrestle here can now jump brands. So it's like, I don't know.
Oh man, whoa! I know Rhino has a comment here, but that comment there about less wrestling or something like that, what was it? Too much wrestling on TV?
Yeah.
Ooh, man,
Yeah.
I don't know, buddy. I don't know, man. I'm going the other way. I'm going like there's too many people on the different brands. You should separate it and have a third show and make it at least good enough. Not even a third show. It should be a fourth show because NXT is really good. I like watching NXT. I don't know if you guys watch on the network. I like watching NXT. I don't watch 205. I don't watch that one, but I should. I've seen a few of the UK ones. I like the UK ones. They still have that indie kind of feel to them. I like that concept. I think they should they have a network. They have hours of programming to put on. You have so many people on these shows. Stop cramming them into all these shows. Start making separate shows and then have that stuff on air. So that people get time to develop character, become a superstar, Not just only on Raw, only on SmackDown, only on Raw, only on SmackDown. No. And that whole thing with NXT, that NXT should be by itself of something separate. Like, not the stepping stone for those two shows. It should be its own, like, moving out to compete against everybody else out there who wants to compete. Sorry, those are just my
I
take
agree.
on it.
I mean, some of it I agree with, but it's just
one of the things that I have noticed. I've been seeing wrestling since I was 5 years old, and that's over 45 years ago. So I've been looking at wrestling for a long time. So I've seen different storylines go throughout many years, and in different federations they used to have. Right now, you have so much talent just in one company, you don't know what to do with it. And that's the problem. You're not bringing the storylines full circle, like they say. There's no room for growth for these young guys who are trying to develop. They're coming from NXT or from another agency. They're coming in, but you don't have no room to grow. You got some great wrestlers there. They're not going to grow. They're going to leave because there is no room for them. Yep. They're stuck on something that they have been, a formula they have, it's not working no more. Like you said, they need to start going back to the old way. Just last week they fired a few writers. So think about it. If they're firing their writers, they're already knowing that there's a problem going on. AEW is coming down strong. They're pulling no punches.
Now, I know the AEW. I'm not on that bandwagon yet because I haven't seen the product yet. I've seen some of the other stuff I've seen, but I haven't seen the weekly stuff because I think that as shows go out there, yeah, you can have a good show, but you get into the grind of a weekly thing, that stuff is not easy.
Well, that's the thing with AEW. Some of the preliminaries are coming out. It's not going to be every month and a half a pay-per-view. There's too many pay-per-views.
No, it's not pay-per-view.
No, but listen, they got to lower the pay-per-views. That's what AEW is doing. They're focusing more on the product, which that's a good formula because now when you focus on the product, the people are going to come. You give them quality, people are going to come. But now when you just start pushing out shows, you got too many shows, people don't know what to look at no more. They'll skip pay-per-views. I haven't seen the last 4 pay-per-views except for WrestleMania, which I went to, but that's WrestleMania and SummerSlams are probably the 2 biggest ones I really look at because the other ones, they're getting weak.
Remember, they're going to be on TV. What is it? The rumors now TNT?
Tuesdays.
TNTs. They're going to be on TNT. So now they're going to get into that grind as well. But I just think that, again, with the WWE thing, just separate them and just have them separate brands to build up on their own.
I
you have enough programming.
You got so much talent in one federation that they don't have no room to grow. And they become disgruntled. And it is a damn shame because you got some great superstars leaving WWE because of that. There is no, what's that called? Development. I'm trying to think of the word.
Like room for growth or?
Not room for growth, for character. For their
character development.
Development. There you go. Character development. There is no character development no more. It's they get into a feud with this guy, they fight one time, and that's it. It's over with.
Yeah.
No, you got to keep going with it. Built it. You used to have some long feuds back in the days. Yeah. The feuds would last a year, 2.
Yeah.
Maybe the next WrestleMania. But now it's like after a month they're done.
Quickies.
Yeah, so it's hurting the product, and people are starting to notice, and people are starting not to see the shows. Their numbers are going down. That's a fact of the shows. Their numbers are going down. So what is that telling you? If you're not giving people a good product, people will walk away. And that's what's happening right now with WWE.
Well, also too, remember in the horizon is that Fox deal. So we're still in that stages of they're trying to build up for that. So who knows what we're gonna get in between. Hopefully, there's a time period where they can work it, fix it, because when that Fox deal comes in, they have that Fox deal, which they got to do stuff.
Well, that's my point. they're so worried about that Fox deal, they're forgetting about what got them that Fox deal. Is the product that they put out before, and they're not putting it out now. So they either start shaping up right now, before that Fox deal, because when that Fox deal hits and they don't produce, Fox will pull them. And when they pull them, that's you talk about billions of dollars. Yes, it will hurt the company financially.
I just think that whole the wild card rule is dumb because nobody gets to come up and grow and grow.
That's something that they're trying to throw out there. That's one of those other things that they're doing. Let's just throw it, see if it works. Let's see if it sticks. It's not sticking, guys. Stick to the way you had it. Go back to the old school way. WCW, it was in the heydays. What did WCW do? They used to have good lines. They used to have good storylines. Okay?
Yeah.
And they had it for years, and they were more of a technical wrestling company than WWE was. Okay, they went away. WWE became the big dog. They consumed them and everything. Yeah, but they still had a better product. I used to love WCW better.
We got about a minute left or so in this segment. We got about a minute. So, what do you guys think? What do you think we will see? Again, I don't know if you guys watch the Raw or the SmackDown, or you watching your recap videos, or.
That's exactly what I'm doing now. Recap videos.
What do you? Yeah. What do you? Do you have anything to say?
I grew up watching 80s and 90s wrestling, and the shows back then were on Saturday mornings. They lasted an hour long, and it was jam-packed with great storylines, great action. Yes. And the thing is, you know, I don't have time to watch 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. I got a life. I got things to do. And the thing is, the storylines drag. There's not enough material to last 3 hours, so you get bored. And then the wrestlers, they're not developed. The characters, they're not developed. So back then, you have better athleticism today because they're more fit and there's better nutrition. But back then, they had better storylines and better characters. Mm-hmm. And because you had less time, so you were forced to pump out better. It was quality over quantity.
Exactly.
That's my opinion.
So with about 30 seconds left, this is my take on how it's going on. I appreciate having Rhino here at the round table.
Yes.
And RAFEW with us here for this segment. It was awesome having you guys here. You know, we're all part of the few.
Hey, what about me?
You're always here.
Well, now
look Snapperhead, and we got a new name for him, Snapperheaders.
So, I mean, overall, I just hope that they do get back into track, making a good product, and then bringing back the fans that they have losing. And they're losing a lot of fans quickly.
Well, the last thing I would say to just recap this. AEW is coming on the horizon now. You know, are they going to be a competition right now for WWE? No, it's going to take a while for them to grab some traction. But hopefully, this will put a little fire under WWE's ass at a certain point. Because remember, the Monday Night Wars came about with WCW coming from a billionaire that supporting them, and they started. They had 84 weeks. That WCW was kicking, WWE's butt. So let's hope that maybe they need a resurgence of fire lit under the ass to change whatever's going on. So let's just hope that and you know what? Yeah, they're losing fans, but those fans are going to another product. So let's hope for AEW too to be successful. More choices for us. Because at the end of the day, we're the ones that support the products, and then hopefully that'll have WWE doing something different, maybe a new attitude era, but a real one, not just just some makeshift attempt to get our attention and then again, capture the glory again, but not doing well. So that's my last 2 cents.
All right, so this is a segment. We'll wrap it up, and we have what do we have next segment?
Special segment with Player One right here.
Your name.
Snapperhead segment.
All right, guys. So this is the end of this segment number 4. Thank you, 24/7 Lou, for bringing this out and having us have a round table on it, which is interesting as always. So you guys stay tuned to the
Few Show.
Wow.
Enough said.
Wow.
Wow, that was live.
My bad.
What?
Oh, he's gonna talk.
Who were the original members of the Dream Team who wrestled together from 1985 to 1988? Was it A, Shawn Michaels and Diesel? Was it B, Greg Valentine and Dino Bravo? Or was it or could it be C, Honky Tonk Man and Bad News Brown? Or was it D, Brutus Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine? What is your answer?
All right, Mickey. I don't know. So what was your answer, guys? Rocky's not over here. I don't know why he's over here to train us.
Yeah, I don't know. All I do is train. I chase the chickens. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to? I don't got time for this wrestling crap. That's why I beat
Follow.
And the answer is?
The answer is D. The Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Wow.
I can't believe you're still alive.
I came back from the grave just to be on this crap show.
All right. Oh, okay. So we're back. We're back live. All right, guys. So welcome back. This is segment number 5, which we're gonna have Player One take over. So he's gonna share some information with us. So welcome back to the Few Show. So Player One. All right, you got something for us.
Thank you, Captain Bogey, for having me here. As you know, this is Player One's Corner.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe you should call it Snapperhead Corner.
No, I don't know where you got that line from. But,
All right.
but anyways, before I was so rudely called a Snapperhead, if you've watched the Gamers Addict show, you know that Player One loves video games, toys, and comic books. He also loves, superheroes and villains and all of that cool stuff. So today,
You're a villain.
especially bullies, unlike some here. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about a video game that is so special to me that it is still one of the greatest games in my opinion today. Now, if you were growing up around the 80s, you will love this treat. And if you're you're still gonna love it. Now, if you remember back in the 80s, okay, 1983-ish, when Atari had the big video game
Revolution.
yeah, well, Revolution, no. In 1983, there was the video game crash.
Oh.
Okay, and the industry was gonna go out. There was gonna be no more video games. They weren't making money. Atari was going down under, and then out of nowhere,
Nowhere
came.
Comics.
No, not Nowhere Comics. Out of nowhere, Nintendo came out. Okay, and they came out with the most revolutionary system of all time. The Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES.
Yeah.
And,
Where that's from?
yeah, and,
Revolution.
and it was so revolutionary. The graphics, the games, it just changed everything. Some of my favorite games during that era, when the games first came out, was Super Mario Brothers, Metroid, Double Dragon, Mega Man, Contra. Dragon Warrior, Legend of Zelda, but there was one game that I can always turn on, play for a few minutes, and feel like I've accomplished something and come right back and play some more. This game right here, lo and behold, NES Pro Wrestling, and I have a copy of it right here, folks.
Wow.
Nice.
Now, this game was made by Nintendo of America, okay? It wasn't their game, but it was, in my opinion, their best. It was their third wrestling game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Their first two games, Tag Team Wrestling and Muscle, didn't do too well. So, apart from that, this game had it all. It was a one-on-one in the ring. It had a referee. It had a cameraman outside, and it had announcers announcing the match.
Let me Gene open.
Well, whatever your imagination would have thought of that time. Because wrestling back then was over the top, right? So when you saw all this, you were like, okay, cool. You know,
I just had a wrestling match right now.
You did
with the kids.
So
Giovanni.
So yeah, the game took place in the Virtual Wrestling Association. Okay, and there were 6 wrestlers to choose from. My favorite wrestler was Starman, but I'm gonna get to the other wrestlers. There was Fighter Hayabusa. He was from Japan, and he was 6'2", 230 pounds, and his move was the back brain kick.
Ooh. How'd that look?
It was awesome. It was a great move. You would come from behind, and you would come down, and then you would do this kick, and you would hit the guy in the back of the head.
Jeez.
So you can do your move right off the bat, but wrestlers did have a chance to counter it at times. So Fighter Hayabusa, he took his design from Antonio Inoki.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Really cool.
Tony Antoki, he fought Bruno Martino.
Yes. Now the next wrestler, Starman, he was from Mexico. He came in at a height of 6'3" and weighed at 220 pounds. His move was the somersault kick. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
That was like one of the coolest moves ever. And the flying cross chop. So Starman took his name, his design came from Mil Máscaras.
Wow, interesting.
Famous Mexican wrestler.
Then we have technical wrestler King Korn Karn. He was from Korea, and he was 6'1", 200 pounds. His move was the Mongolian chop and the karate kick. And he took his design came from Killer Khan. Boo. Okay. So nobody knows who Killer Khan is. So, the other wrestler in the game, number 4, was the Giant Panther. He had the Iron Claw move and the headbutt. His design came from Kerry Von Erich, or the Von Erichs, as I want to say. He used that claw move, and also he was designed from Hulk Hogan. So it was a mix of Hulk Hogan and Kerry Von Erich. Then we had the second most famous wrestler in the game, the Amazon.
Oh.
And he was, he looked like an Amazon. He looked like, and he was
Like a
200,
lizard.
yeah, like a lizard. He was 230 pounds. He used the Piranha Bite and the Outlaw Choke.
So he would
Bite you
He's a lizard, but he
in the
bites.
match.
That's not
Yeah.
wrestling.
I don't know, but he was able to do it.
Boo.
Remember that?
Must have been
Yeah, that
Hogan.
was insane.
Once you get chopped, you're
That's
losing.
it. You're down for the count.
So he was an import.
Huh?
He was an import. He's not from here.
He,
I don't know who he
he's from parts unknown.
From parts
interesting.
unknown,
So who
weight
knows?
unknown, the missing link.
And last but not least, we have King Slender, the champion. He's from the USA. He comes in at 6'5", 280 pounds, and his move is the backbreaker. And his design came from Nature Boy Ric Flair. Woo! Now the game was awesome. You would go and fight these, one-on-one matches, and once you fought the last guy, which was King Slender, you would become the champion. But that didn't stop there.
Oh.
Not only would you become the champion, now you had to defend the title.
What?
And you would go on to defend your VWA title for 5 more matches. Okay?
Kidding me?
That's
You
right.
mean like this? You gotta defend it?
You gotta defend it. That's right.
Crazy.
There's
Go
some of the
fight, go
gameplay.
fight.
That's right.
So is that who's that? Who are they wrestling?
That's Starman versus Fighter Hayabusa.
Awesome.
Whoa, what's that flip in the air?
And as you can see right here,
Oh, what a kick.
the game looks
That was my
fantastic.
fight.
Frank.
Starman.
You have the
Oh, yeah?
referee here.
Who's
Look
the
at
guy?
how he has to run.
Yeah.
So
Who did
on
you
top
play?
of that,
I never played
if the referee was over here and you were fighting over here, he has to run to make a pinfall. So you have more time to kick out. If he's closer, you might just get pinned.
He got
Look at-
pinned.
Look at the cameraman.
Yep, he got
Look at
pinned.
Look at the announcers. There was also fighting outside the ring. One famous moniker of this game was "A winner is you." That was my favorite quote from the game.
Let me give you guys a little insight. Whenever you'd be playing this game, if you're on the losing end, a desperation tactic would be to throw your opponent outside the ring, bash him against the rails 3 or 4 times, jump in the ring, and hopefully he'll get counted out. That's a desperation tactic. That's like
Yes,
I bet you he was really good at that.
So is that what? Up, down, left, and down, up?
Pretty much. Up. All you had was the up, down, left, right, and BA buttons.
So it was probably the BA button.
yeah. I would just smash all the buttons.
It was a very easy game to play. On top of that, if you did defend your title successfully 5 different times or 6 times, I think it was, you would fight the Great Puma.
I thought you said the Starman was the best.
Whoa.
He's pretty good.
I
Is that
mean,
the Puma?
He's great. But
No, that's the Lizard Man.
that's that's
Starman.
That's Starman
And the Lizard.
and the Amazon.
Yeah, the Lizard. Yeah.
So
Wow.
if you fight the
They see the
Great
Blues Brothers?
Puma,
The Blues Brothers.
That's
So,
right.
Oh yeah.
the Blues
the
Brothers.
Great Puma is
Men in Black.
considered the Great Puma is considered the hardest boss in a video game
Oh wow.
by many. Like the hardest boss overall in many video games. Like when you talk about hard bosses, it's the Great Puma. So you definitely, if you're gonna be ready, you definitely want to be in fit, like the Magnificent One, or like yourself, Captain Bogey.
I don't wrestle.
So
I don't wrestle.
Did you ever play that?
That was your response?
You ever play that?
No.
No.
Tell you what, those backflips are pretty cool for that time. It looks pretty advanced.
yeah, and also you had a 5-minute time limit to defeat your opponent. In 2-player mode, 1 versus 2, there is no time limit. Another cool thing about this is that this game was so famous that it was ranked by Game Informer as the 71st best game of all time. So you think about all the video games that have been
Tens
made.
of thousands.
Yeah, 71 is a pretty good number, and it's a sports title at that too.
Hold on.
It looks like Butch Reed. Remember Butch Reed, the natural
What's
black
that?
guy?
Oh yeah, Hacksaw Butch.
As a cameraman, what's up with that? Can you do anything with that guy? Does he turn on the guys, hit him with the camera? What's up with that?
Well, that's actually 24/7 loop.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. See, I don't know. I'm watching video games and I'm thinking about the camera. I don't know why, but that's,
23.6 loop.
that was the earlier version of
Oh,
24.
yeah. He's trying to adjust the Mevo, as you can see there.
Oh yeah.
So
There's a big Mevo.
See, look, all the action's outside, and where's the cameraman? Where's he going?
He's trying to get a better shot on
From where? From his house? I'm the director. I'm yelling at him.
So besides the winner is you thing, my time's up by the way, but there was also action figures released, and
cool.
they're custom made figures. So
Do you have any?
I don't have any. They were very limited run and they're very rare. Unfortunately, you have to probably go to eBay now to find them, but they're really nice figures. I highly recommend you buy them. And besides that, at one time this game was so popular that John Cena wore a T-shirt of the game.
Oh, I've seen that.
Remember?
Yes.
So that sums it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. And remember, a winner is you.
That's
So
pretty
it's
cool.
definitely not you.
Thank you for the information. I never thought about these games too much. And now it makes me
never
look at it
played it?
differently.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys ever pick up an NES, it's not that expensive.
Well, you have it.
And I do have an NES.
Hey.
You should play a tournament.
Yeah.
I would definitely
Let's
love
do
to
it.
hook it up. It's
I'll be the cameraman.
It's a very simple game to play, and it's very addicting too.
I was hooked.
Yeah,
He just broke the habit.
I see.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, Player One, for sharing that and bringing us to our youth, and letting us know how awesome this game is. And maybe since you do have all the components to probably play the game, we could probably play it together.
I'm totally down.
Let's do it.
Remember, pro wrestling, NES.
A winner is you, man.
A winner is you.
All right. All right, guys. So this is the end of this segment number 5. We just have one more segment to go, so we can go ahead and close out this wonderful episode 34 of this FEW show. And so you guys stay tuned to the FEW
And
Hold on a minute.
The Monday Night Wars, the Raw show versus the FEW show. That's gonna be the next Monday Night War, huh?
have drink.
Okay, you got Rocky Balboa, and I'm happy to be on the Few show.
Thank you for being here, buddy.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of the. I'm a big fan of the show. I'm very humbled to be a guest on your show. So I'm gonna read the last question for all you fans out there. Which WWE wrestler used the attitude adjustment? Was it A, Triple H? Was it B, The Rock? Was it C, John Cena? Or was it D, Randy Orton?
Or E, Captain
Or
Bogey.
E, Captain Bogey.
He is a fan, not a wrestler. Alright, so which?
So what is your answer, fans?
What do you guys think?
And the answer is.
And the answer is D, Randy Orton.
No, what? No. No, it's not D. It's C, John Cena.
Oh.
Boo!
Hey, that's why I'm a boxer. I'm not a rocket scientist.
Hey, Rock, what's wrong with you, man?
I think I got hit in the head one too many times.
Don't take the chicken again.
Let me go catch that chicken again.
Bogey.
All right, guys. So welcome back. Thank you, Sylvester Stallone, for doing that little trivia for us. And actually, you sounded like you've been pounded quite a few times over the head.
Watch my movie. I'm coming out with Rambo 4.
Rambo
Coming
4.
out soon.
Yes, it is.
Rambo 4.
Or is it 5?
Jeez, yeah, I think it's 5.
It could be 5.
See, you've been hitting.
I lost count.
He doesn't know. He cannot count higher than 4, so we forgive him. All right, guys. So welcome back here to the last segment, number 6. We're going to close this out now. This is something that I did not mention to any of the guys here, so this is a surprise to them also. I just want to take a little trip down memory lane of the Few show. So we've done 34 episodes. We have met many wrestlers. We have met referees. We have met owners, promoters, women wrestlers. So we have been blessed by the unity of the Few, and to be able to come to you guys and record this. We have this stuff forever and ever. Our kids will be able to see this. Snapperhead, do his thing, and it's gonna be there forever and ever, man.
Snap ahead.
Snap out of it.
Hey,
So when
snap
you coming
ahead.
out with your new movie, Transporter 7? Huh?
Mission Hialeah.
You know,
Action packed?
didn't we do a bullying segment the other day?
Oh, we did. That's
Yes.
right.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. This is bullying.
No, I thought you were teaching us how to be bullies.
Oh.
But you're really good at that.
What's that? It?
All right, guys. So welcome back to segment 6 of the Few Show. All right, guys. So if you guys could turn around so you could watch just like the audience is, and let's take a little trip down memory lane. Now we're gonna probably do a segment on this later on, a little more exclusive. But let's go ahead and visit. This was our first episode here.
Can you play some Richard music?
Richard, what?
Going down memory lane. No.
All right.
Oh.
So we got Guadalupe Brothers, man. They were
Guacamole
excited.
Brothers.
The correct classic. Oh, look at that. So young. Daniel Pewter, player
Oh,
one,
man.
hooked it up, man.
He's doing big things.
Bruce Owen, the ref of refs, and he's been on the most guests, about 4 times, right? Oh, the Mega Powers! They were here
Oh, my God,
live.
they were
No
here.
other
Man.
show, no other show has had the Mega Powers. The Few Show did. JB Cool, Showtime.
Infamous Black Mask. I heard he still has a
More
contract
famous.
on you, Bogey.
You said
True?
it. I'm not saying nothing about it.
He still has a contract.
We had The Rock. That's
Wow.
right.
The Rock.
Eyebrow and
Wow.
everything. Ricky Rush. Oh my gosh, he was in full character that day. He got CM Punk.
Little CM Punk.
Little CM Punk.
Yeah. Josue Melendez.
Yeah.
Rest in
Rest in
peace,
peace.
man. Ex-wrestling, baby. Julio Guadalupe. Dr. Red Tyler. Yeah, from the mean streets of, what is it, Boca Raton.
Who's that guy right there?
La Boca
Yeah,
Raton.
title. Looks pretty tough.
Yeah. Chico Adams. Sean Prime. I did
Yeah.
a special little exclusive flyer for him, since he does he's really a big name in South Miami. Ace Mayhem in the house. Rachel Freeman, the Red Hot. And he was just, we talked about our 2016 guests, and we had quite a few. We had a nice little lineup there in the first season.
First year was.
Then, of course, we got the pre-show kids, GIOMASTER, D-Nightmare, BRI-BRI, the few kids doing their thing. That was always a lot of fun. Seeing them, you know, express.
I like when they asked the questions before the show. They had their little segment.
Yeah.
They got to come back.
Barrington Hughes, the Big Crush. Justin Overstreet, Spine Buster. Old RIC-HARD, first time he came on. They looked pretty hard there.
It's hard, yeah.
Jeremy Ivins, shout out to you, Jeremy. Justin Escara.
The Ninja.
That's right, man.
That was a great episode.
Yes. Cha-Cha Charlie, look how young, look how green he looks there. But, he's been doing a lot of stuff since, man. Oh, yeah. Wrestling video, look at that. NES wrestling game that you did a segment on, man. Cool. In JFEW's corner. Superstar RAFEW.
In the house.
Impersonator, and we have him here live, man.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks, guys.
Look at that.
Mimic of
everyone. I am everyone. The Droogs.
Yeah, I remember that.
CCW Tag Team. RIC-HARD again. Fire in the background. Rusty Brooks.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. A legend. Max Stardom all the way up. And a special flyer for him too. This was definitely fun. Yeah, Lockjaw in the house.
Yeah.
Warrior Breed Wrestling. Rodolfo Roman from the Roman Show. If you haven't been on, you haven't been heard. Will Mascaras, wow, with a collection of what, like 400 masks.
Wow.
Yeah, underneath the mask
Does he still have
is a
one?
man's nucleus. From, what was that movie? Nacho Libre.
Oh,
Underneath the mask is a man's nucleus.
We got Esqueleto in the house right here.
Heck yeah. Dynamite Didi.
Esqueleto. Remember Esqueleto?
Boom, 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 boom.
South Miami.
That's it.
Scan.
Booty Mania. There we go. The
That was
Rebel
one of my
Rex.
favorite shows. It was great.
I was in love.
Yeah.
Jorge Alonso.
Yeah.
George.
You said you didn't
Yes,
sleep in your house
Big
that
things
night.
for George.
Yeah. Warrior Breed Wrestling. Oh man, this was fun, guys. I had a blast
We had good times
with
there.
commentating. Yeah.
Oh.
So here's the different events that we covered. This was all live coverage, calling these matches. Then we have Puerto Rican Hound Dog in the house. So he's another fun one. Bruce Owens again, big supporter. Of course, Josue Melendez, we did a tribute for him. This was January. Julian Calabra, Bang Bang, he was fun. We had RIC-HARD join us again in the last episode of WrestleMania 35 Rewind. And of course, we just finished the one with Johnny Walker. The ladies love me, the men want to be me. Johnny Walker, man, he can talk.
You definitely can.
All right,
Johnny.
guys. So there we went a nice little trip down memory lane, right?
yeah.
Nice.
We've covered a lot in 4 seasons.
Great memories.
It's been a lot of fun.
Great memories.
A lot of adventures.
Yes. All right. So we're coming to the segment here where we're going to do our little shout out. So shout out to Soy Fabulous, GIOMASTER, JFEW, 24/7 Lou, Rhino, Papa Few, Will Mascaras, The Nightmare, RAFEW, aka Superstar Raphael, RIC-HARD, Jazzy and Ishmael, CeeLo's, Hollywood, and did we mention? Oh, there we go. Steffi and Big Al. All right. So those are our Central Florida partners of the few. That's our connection there. And any shout outs that you guys want or last?
I do. You're not mentioning this yet.
Huh?
This episode, you haven't mentioned the special uniqueness of this episode.
The special uniqueness of this episode.
Yes, I know. A couple.
That you're on. You're always on.
No, the location where we are.
The location where we are in, the Gamers Attic Studios.
Yes,
Somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle.
but next episode,
Oh,
where will we be?
that's a big question mark.
Where?
That's a big question mark. Right?
So
We'd have to look over here at Player One.
So we're working on our next show. We're not sure yet. I mean, we're making some changes, and we're gonna be getting a new location. So, I mean, it's all up in the air right now. But we'll definitely come back with an episode,
That's it,
no
yeah.
matter where it is.
Yeah.
We
we're
got to do it
still
in the
gonna-
streets.
So I want to give a shout out to this place. for the few episodes we've had here. That's shout out to this place, to the
awesome studio,
we've had
25th
here.
floor attic.
All of them.
High rise.
All of them.
Tens and
I
tens.
could fit those people in here.
The fans among fans.
Thank you so much,
Everyone
guys.
keeps waving at us.
So my shout out is to this place. My shout out is to this place and this moment that we have right now in this studio. That's my shout out to.
I'd like to thank you guys for being here and for making this so much fun, and for all of the adventures we've had throughout these 4 years all together, and also for all the episodes that we've done here.
Yeah.
And also to my wife,
Yes.
Pika Mom.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
so
is
she's a big trooper for all this, for putting up with all this.
yeah.
And man, it's been so much fun, and I can't wait for us to do more episodes. And if you guys have any comments or anything you like to see, or any wrestlers that you may be wanting to see on the show, let us know. Drop us a line.
Or go through a table.
Yeah, or go through a table.
Get a new name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nicknames galore.
Yeah, because we gotta like this table. Someone's gotta go through it.
Yeah. Before we leave the studio.
Before we leave this studio, yeah, like you said,
The sanction.
this table's gotta get broken.
No, this is gotta. I need this for later.
This table's
I'll
gotta.
get back.
The Spanish
It's,
commentator.
pretty
still
strong.
the same. Still the same.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, one of us gonna have to do the like the shield. Someone's gonna have to pick you up. Someone's gonna have to be the Roman Reigns.
You'll be Roman Reigns?
No. I'm the side. I'm Seth Rollins. I'm on the side.
I got his left side.
I got yeah. Sorry, one of you
Oh,
guys.
so you- okay, so you
one
be
of
Roman
you
Reigns?
has to be the middle guy who gets the crotch in
No,
the face.
RAFEW says he'll be Roman
Oh, you'll
Reigns.
be the one with the crotch in the face when it's.
Okay.
But
Who's
like I
gonna
said,
be the Spanish commentator at the Spanish table?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, what's going on?
¿Qué está pasando aquí?
you guys are deviating from the subject here. Okay?
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
We're working on next show.
But yeah, I mean, this show was so much. All the shows are fun, but I don't know. This one felt a little. It just didn't feel like the same. It just felt way more funner. I don't know.
A little extra special.
No, we had a great guest in
Yeah.
Johnny Walker. Very animated, very charismatic, great personality.
Yeah,
great
like player one.
persona. There you go. Hey, you guys had a good
Very
rapport.
snappy
Very snappy.
of you.
Snappy, yeah,
Of
it was
you.
snappy, it
Very
was
snappy
snappy.
of you
Yeah.
to say that.
Yeah.
Snappy.
That was very snappy.
We got the posters. Putting them up right now.
Yeah.
T-shirts. I'm with, and then a snapper head.
That's gonna be the next pay-per-view event. Snapperhead versus Johnny Walker.
Oh,
May the records show that
Main
Bogey
event.
has a tattoo here, and it says "bully."
and above it says hate. So yeah, I hate bullies. You're right. All right, guys. Well, Rhino, it was awesome for you to join
Thank you.
us. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being here. Superstar Raphael,
It's a
thank you,
pleasure
brother.
to be with you. always with you
24/7,
guys.
Lou, is always doing your thing. And listen, we know this stuff is not easy, man. So we definitely appreciate your knowledge.
The technical
and of
guru
course,
himself.
Player One in the house,
technical guru, yes.
partner in arms.
Yeah.
Ready
Good job.
Player One.
Player
Thank you
One.
again so much for everything that you do for the few shows.
The inspiration for
Really
the movie
appreciate it.
Ready Player One right here.
Yeah,
He came up with the name first.
Transporter 7.
Who knows? Maybe in a new studio, Bogey, you might actually win one of those F5 matches. You might.
Huh?
Who knows?
All right, you don't have to be sarcastic. All right, so guys, this will conclude this season 4, episode 34. Magnificent JW was just here, and you witnessed the magnificence of him. And again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. And please share. Go to the Facebook page. Type in The Few Show. Go on there. Yes, we are trying to put our videos on a YouTube channel. So look for that soon. Also, the 24/7 challenge. Look out for that. The Gamers Addict Show. Type that in Facebook. Also the website, thegamersaddictshow.com. So check them out also. All right. So this is your boy here, Captain Bogey, at the end of this episode of the Few Show.